Miss Turner's class. You need help with homework? It's Miss Turner's class. I got you. It's Miss Turner's class. What about if you didn't understand something in class? It's Miss Turner's class. I got you.
Hey you guys, and welcome back to yet another video. In today's video, we are focusing on Module 3, Lesson 22, where we are going to be finding factor pairs and determining if that number is prime or composite. In order to figure out how to find a factor pair, we need to first know what a factor pair is. Well, I know that a pair is a group of two, like a pair of shoes, or a pair of socks, or a pair of bananas. It means that there's two in a group. But what is a factor? What do you guys think? What's a factor? A factor is a number that can be multiplied with another number to get a specific number. For example, that was a lot of numbers that Miss Turner just used. For example, 1 times 6 equals 6. In this multiplication equation, 1 and 6 are both factors of 6 because we can multiply 1 and 6 together to get 6. Or 2 times 3 equals 6. In this case, 2 and 3 are factors because we multiply them together to get the number 6. That's exactly what we're going to be doing today, you guys. And then after we find the factor pairs, we're going to determine if the number is prime or composite. A prime number means that it only has two factors, the number 1 and that number. For example, our friend number 5. He's prime because he only has number 1 and the number 5 as a factor, whereas number 6 is composite because it has more than two factors. Composite, this number 6 has the number 1, the number 2, the number 3, and the number 6 as factors. But you're probably wondering, how do we find these factors? You guys asked the best questions. Let's go ahead and do number 1 together. Part A was already done for us. Let's move to part B. Our magic number here is 6. We're going to be multiplying numbers together to get the number 6. And we always start with our smallest number, which is, do you think you know what our smallest number is that we're going to start with? If you said 1, you are absolutely correct. We're always going to start with 1. 1 times blank equals 6. What do you think? If you said 6, you are correct. 1 times 6 equals 6. No, I promise y'all, this is not a trick question. What number comes after 1? Yes, 2 comes after 1. So now let's try the number 2. Can I multiply 2 by something and get the number 6? I can. What can I multiply 2 by to get to 6? That's right, 2 times 3 equals 6. What comes after the number 2? Yeah, 3. So we're going to try our 3 times tables next, but I know that 3 times 2 equals 6 as well, which means we're actually repeating the same multiplication sentence. So we're done. We found all of our factor pairs. Good job, y'all. Now let's find our factors. You'll notice that in the problem that Miss Turner did, our numbers go from least to greatest. We're going to do the same thing for our factors. Number 1, then we're going to put number 2, and then we're going to put 3, and then our greatest number that we used for our factor pairs would be 6. Now, is this number prime or composite, the number 6? Let's first count how many factors we found. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that number in your head. We found 4 factors. Let's look at our anchor chart to see if our number is prime or composite. 4 factors. Prime means it only has 2 factors. Composite means it has more than 2 factors. So what is it? If you said composite, you are absolutely correct. We're going to put a capital C for composite. Now let's try part C. Our magic number this time is 7. Remind Miss Turner, we always start with our smallest number when we're finding our multiplication sentence. What number is that? If you said 1, you are absolutely correct. 1 times blank equals 7. Yeah, 7. 1 times 7 equals 7. Can I multiply a number by another number and get 7? Let's think for a second. 2 times blank. Can I multiply 2 by something and get 7? No. 3 times blank? Can I multiply 3 by something and get 7? No. So the only other factor of 7 is 7. It's 1 and 7. Is that prime or composite? Let's look back at our anchor chart. Prime has 2 factors. Composite has more than 2. Is the number 7 prime or composite? Yeah, it's prime. Let's give it a capital P for prime. Let's go ahead and do slide 5 together. Same as slide 4, the first one's done for us. We can use this as a visual guide to help us if we ever get stuck when we're solving our problems. Let's do part E. Our magic number is 12. Remind Miss Turner what's the smallest number we're going to start with when we're multiplying. If you said 1, you're absolutely correct. 1 times blank equals 12. We know this, y'all. What's going to go in this second blank? Yeah, 12. Good job. What comes after 1? 2. So now we're going to try to figure out if 2 can be multiplied by something to get 12. Can 2 be multiplied by something to get 12? If you're not sure, pause the video and skip count by 2. Yes, it can. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. What are we multiplying 2 by to get to 12? Good, 6. All right, so we have 1 times 12, 2 times 6. Can we try 3 next because 3 comes after 2? Let's see. Can we multiply 3 by something and get 12? Let's skip count by 3 together this time. Get ready, go. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yes, we can multiply 3 by a number and get 12. 3 times blank equals 12. Yeah, 4. And you'll notice, y'all, that the next number would be 4. We would try 4 next, 4 times blank. But 4 times 3 equals 12. And that's the same thing as saying 3 times 4. So we're done. We found all of our factor pairs. Now let's find all of our factors. Remember, we go from least to greatest. I'll start us out. Our smallest number is 1. We still have 12, 2, 6, 3, and 4 that need to be ordered from least to greatest. What number comes next? If you said 2, you're correct. And what comes after 2? Look at your numbers. What's next? Good, 3. And then what comes after 3? What's the next largest number? Good, 4. So we've used 1, 2, 3, 4. We still have 6 and 12 left. Which one is going to come next? Good, 6. And then what's going to come last? What's our largest number? Good, 12. All right, is our number prime or composite? First, let's count how many factors we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Prime or composite? Let's look back at our anchor chart. We have 6 factors. If you said composite, you are absolutely correct. I know this because composite numbers has more than 2 factors, and we found 6 factors for the number 12. All right, y'all, let's do part F together. Our magic number this time is 13. Remind Miss Turner, what number do we always start with when we are finding our multiplication sentences? For sure, 1. 1 times blank equals 13. What's going to go in that blank, y'all? Good, 13. 1 times 13 equals 13. Are there any other numbers that we can multiply together to get 13? Let's see. 2 times blank equals 13. No, that doesn't work. 3 times blank equals 13. That doesn't work either because if I skip count by 3, that wouldn't get me to 13. 4? No, that doesn't work either. 5? No. 6? No way. So that means we're done. This is the only factor pair for the number 13. Our factors are 1 and 13. Remember, they go from least to greatest. 1 and 13. We only found 2 factor pairs. I wonder, can you figure out without using the anchor chart? Is the number 13 prime or composite? We only have 2 factor pairs or 2 factors. What is it? If you said prime, you are absolutely correct. Good job. We're going to put a capital P for prime. All right, my friends, if you want some extra practice, go ahead and pause the video. And I want you guys to complete H and I. Make sure you guys are using Miss Turner's guide for part G to help you. I did part G for you guys so that you have a guide to go off of. Until next time, bye guys.